Hey guys, today I'm out here in Austin driving the Ram 1500 and they have brought along the very exciting Ramcharger for us to take a look at. Now rather unfortunately I cannot get inside this Ramcharger, but I can actually show you what the interior in a regular Ram 1500 is going to be like for 2025, and it's essentially the same as the Ramcharger. And that's really the big story about the Ramcharger and this Ram Rev right next to it, and then of course the regular Ram 1500 next to that, is that they all have a lot of parts commonality. And that's going to make plug-in hybrid trucks and EV trucks from the Ram brand a lot more affordable, most likely, at least for the parent company, not necessarily for you as a consumer, but it should make them easier to build. Because the body panels, as you can see on that gasoline truck, this electric truck, and this plug-in hybrid truck over here, they're essentially the same. There's some minor changes to the hood. The Ramcharger gets this sort of little duck in there. It actually kind of gives me a little bit of a Kia Tiger nose kind of vibe there with that little pinch there in the grill area. And of course it does have a grill because it has a gasoline engine under the hood. The full electric model, it actually looks a little bit more similar to some of the gasoline models out there. You can see the big Ram logo right there in the center. Obviously less of a grill going on because there's no engine. Instead, we get a front trunk under that hood. But let's talk about this plug-in hybrid, because this is, for me, I think the most exciting entry in this particular segment. Of course, Ram doesn't want to call it a plug-in hybrid. They want to call it an EV with a backup plan. But you know what? You put gas in there, you put electricity in there, there's a gasoline engine, and when you're driving down the road, there's kind of a hybrid synergy between those two things. So definitely plug-in hybrid. We have full LED headlights here. The grille is based off of the Aero grille that we find in some of the other Ram 1500s for this year. So no steel bumper here. This is all plastic covering the steel bumper underneath that. It improves the aerodynamics. Full LED headlights here with this little addition of lights into the grille. If we move around to the side, you'll notice the body panels, again, same as the regular Ram 1500. The only real difference on the outside for a lot of folks is going to be this Ram 1500 Ramcharger logo right up here on the hood. And that's going to mean you're going to get 663 horsepower. So if you want the most powerful Ram 1500 in North America, you want the Ramcharger. It's a combination of a 3.6-liter V6 engine under the hood, and that drives a generator, and then we have twin motor units driving the vehicle forward. So as you're driving down the road, it's always going to feel like an EV truck because those motors are the only things that are going to be moving the vehicle forward. The benefit to sharing a lot of stuff with the regular Ram 1500 is we get all the regular Ram 1500 accessories. So Ram boxes, the bed shape is the same, cargo rails, everything that will bolt onto a regular Ram 1500 will bolt right onto the Ramcharger, with a few exceptions, because if I duck under here, you'll notice we don't have a solid axle in the back. We actually have a fully independent rear suspension down there. That's because this is a body-on-frame vehicle, and the body may be the same as a regular Ram 1500 with some minor changes like these taillights here, etc., but the frame is very, very different. The frame has been designed to integrate the battery pack, accept the V6 engine under the hood, and then of course give you an independent rear suspension. Obviously, ride quality and handling are a big advantage for an independent rear suspension vehicle, very much like we see in the Ford F-150 Lightning. But unlike the Lightning, the Ram Rev and the Ramcharger are going to get the adaptive air suspension technology that we also find in the regular Ram 1500 right over here. So that's going to give you the ability to raise and lower the body height versus the road, give you a little bit of extra ground clearance because we have that independent rear suspension back there, and improve ride quality. I would fully expect that these are going to be the best riding half-ton trucks in America, but be sure and stay tuned for that because we will be driving this Ram 1500 a little bit later this day. Unfortunately, we don't know pricing for the Ramcharger or the Ram Rev yet. Expect the Ramcharger to be on the expensive side because it has a really massive battery pack, nearly 150 miles of electric range, over 600 miles of total range when you combine the gasoline engine with that big battery pack. Now let's take a look at the interior in this truck so you can see what's going to be going on inside that Ramcharger, and another reason that you might want to take a look at it over the competition, because this has one of the most premium entries in this segment. This is the interior of the new tungsten trim, and I suspect a lot of Ramcharger shoppers might go for this very top-end model. You can see one very distinctive feature. We have the passenger side screen basically borrowed out of the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. We then get the latest software on a 14-inch touchscreen right here in the center of the dash. This is now running the latest Uconnect software, so it's a lot snappier than the previous versions of the big screen. It's also integrated a little bit better. But the materials quality in here is what I think is going to help compensate for the high price tag of that Ramcharger and the Ram Rev. Lots of stitched materials on the dashboard, like stitched leather. You can get various different wood or carbon fiber trims. The stitched leather dash continues all the way over here to the full color heads-up display, and of course that big full LCD instrument cluster. We also have an over 1200 watt Klipsch audio system available, but one thing that I find weird, we still have some hard plastics right here on the dash. The rest of the interior, though, has a very premium feel. Nice knurled touches. We have the shifter up there. Lots and lots of storage room right here in the center console, including dual wireless charging mats right there. More stitched materials all the way down. Front seat massage, up to 20 some odd way power driver seats with that massage functionality. You can see that tungsten logo right up there on that seat back. And because there's so many ways of motion on the seats, they actually put the controls over here on the front doors. So seat back, seat curvature, seat bottom cushion extension, massage, all that's going on there. And again, lots of premium touch points on the doors, both front doors and rear doors. If I go ahead and unlock this one, you can see that this rear door also has that same high level of attention to detail. Lots of stitching, lots of leather, lots of premium touches here, and even center channel speakers for those rear passengers, and the seat back is really nicely upholstered as well. The real question, of course, will be, is the extra power that you're going to find in the Ram Rev and in the Ramcharger going to be worth the obviously high price tag? And do those interior creature comforts compensate enough? One thing's for sure, it definitely looks an awful lot like the regular Ram 1500. That is going to be a problem for some folks because it's not going to look like a Cybertruck, but for me, I like the fact that it looks like a regular half-ton truck, and that's one of the big things I loved about the F-150 Lightning. I think that this formula is going to be a lot more successful than what we see coming up from General Motors, not just because of the addition of that plug-in hybrid system, but because this has a regular truck bed in the back, a regular frame underneath. It's not a unibody truck. There are some disadvantages. You're not going to have a mid-gate, so you can toss long items inside like you can do in the upcoming Silverado EV. But if you are worried about being able to replace your truck bed if there's damage, this is going to repair, as far as the body damage, exactly like this regular Ram 1500. The parts are going to be a lot less expensive because literally this Ram box and this quarter panel, they're exactly the same as the ones over here on this gasoline truck. That means greater availability, greater ease of replacement, etc. Obviously, the drivetrain components are unique, the electric motors, etc., but in the Ramcharger, it's the same 3.6 liter V6 that we still find in the base model of the Ram 1500 for 2025. Let me know what you think about all that down there in the comments section below. And are you intrigued by this concept of plug-in hybrid, EV when you want it, gasoline when you need it, or gasoline when you want it? I am personally really intrigued about that formula, as long as the price tag is in check. And again, it's the one thing we don't know. See all of you later.